It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. The fans are filling the seats out in Boston, the site of our broadcast, and where the Celtics will be going up against the Toronto Raptors. For Toronto, their record has fallen off the pace they set last season. No team wants to see that regression. They're looking to turn things around, and we'll see how they do tonight. And Robert Williams, someone will be watching tonight, Shaq. He plays with an edge in everything he does.
Yeah, physical, intimidating.
Does he make a face like the face you're making right now when you're talking about it?
Physical, intimidating, the rebounding and shot blocking are already there.
Well, he's evolving offensively. That's what I do like about him as well. He wasn't a five-star recruit where everybody was knocking down his door to get into his house, but he said, I'm going to put that work in, and he did. But everyone knows his name now.
Yeah, now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan. Everybody knows his name, too.
Everyone in their seats here in Boston to watch the Celtics on the home court. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And this game marks the start of a road trip here for the Raptors. Well, guys, at this point, while still many things can change, the record is not on par with their performance last year. Maybe a cause for concern, but something they are well aware of.
And for the Raptors, they haven't exploded out of the gates this season like we've come to expect, but the wins are still coming in bunches.
Well, it speaks volumes that they're able to win without being in their A place, in their A game. Once they really start to gel, it's going to be very hard to slow them down.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving is excited to leave Cleveland for a bigger role in Boston. He said, challenges are what makes us most human. Conquering fear of failure, showing people you're the best, and that you've prepared for this moment. Those are the things that interest me. Kevin?
Yeah, he's wired differently, D.A. Thank you. These teams always seem, Doris, to be in each other's way. And how different is the atmosphere in a rivalry game like this one?
Yeah, Kev, we sense it on the sideline, don't we?
We do, yes.
You know, a little bit of an air of dislike, a growing discontent that you're constantly in each other's way. Rivalries are built when teams consistently meet, when there is something on the line. And that is what has happened with these two. And I'll tell you, we get to sit back and enjoy it, Kevin.
When you played, Doris, were those the most fun games for you as a player?
No doubt. No doubt. You wanted to beat that team that was always standing in your way. So then in the summertime, you had a little bragging right.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So the Raptors 5 right now. Inside pairing is Ibaka and Valanciunas. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. And it's Welch in at the 3 spot. Howard can't hit. And the Raptors with possession. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Here's Olsen. A putback. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for Toronto. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, got into foul trouble and really played out of control and just couldn't overcome it.
I think you really have to think they beat themselves out there, right? You can't be fouling another team like that consistently, and that's just asking to get beat.
The pass to Olsen. He kicks to Howard. A second chance effort. He lays it in.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
Lowry with the ball. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Passes to Welch. Back to Lowry. Got a piece of it. Over Jinx. The shot by Lowry, no good. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the inside. Gortat with the steal. Now running. Here comes Lowry pushing the ball up. Rebounded by the Celtics. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And I was impressed with how comfortable they looked in that environment, made the most of their possessions.
They were extremely efficient, Greg. They ran their offense well and took good high percentage shots.
From past the arc. Boston again missing. The Raptors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Valanciunas against Howard. Gortat, the pass to Lowry. Here's Stinson, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Boston called for the foul.
Boy, it's clear, guys, that Ibaka has worked on that pump fake, takes pride in fooling the defense. Well, Serge Ibaka has been willing to become a modern NBA stretch four. You have to be able to shoot the three, and Serge is willing to follow the correct trends of the league. You love the adjustment.
First free throw is good. And Doris with Ibaka, he has changed his offensive approach, but the defense stays the same.
Right, you think early on he was defined by his shot blocking ability, and I still think he can protect the rim. He knows how important an emphatic block can be for team changing momentum.
And both free throws good for Serge Ibaka.
Well, let's remember, Serge Ibaka is a defensive presence. This guy, an elite shot blocker early in his career, and he is now a capable scorer from just about anywhere.
Here's Jinx. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Down low. It's deflected. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Coleman. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. Can't get it to fall. Toronto leading by 4. Outside Lowry. And he gets it to go from the corner.
Boy, maybe a little bit selfish to take such a tough shot instead of passing it off. But boy, as long as it's good, he won't hear about it.
Here's Jinx. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know what's interesting is so many people wondered how Kyrie Irving would fit with the Boston Celtics. Well, the answer was pretty perfectly. He steps right into the system and has to carry the team, and the team flourishes with him at the head.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Well, Doris, it's rare to see a star player like Irving transition so smoothly onto a new team.
Well, agreed, Kevin. It wasn't just a new team. This was an established new team. But credit both Kyrie and the Celtics for coming to grips with how he fit.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. The things Kyrie Irving can do with the basketball are just jaw-dropping. Doris, a gifted ball handler.
Well, he will go down as one of the best dribblers to ever play the game. Creative, consistent, quick with every move. He is fun to watch, Kev.
And a fast break now for the Celtics. Coleman, the pass to Olsen. Boston, no good that time either. And so Lowry will bring it up for Toronto. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Moss. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Boy, that's a pass I don't think anyone saw coming other than maybe Kyle Lowry. What vision on the dish.
Celtics trail by 6. Here's Jinx. Kyle Lowry, one of the better rebounders you'll see at that point guard position.
Well, at 6'1", he does an incredible job rebounding the position, particularly given his size. And you love that he's committed to it long term.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. And not too long ago, Doris, the Celtics put up the most shots in the league 2 years in a row. But last season, they were 25th in that category.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They became a different type of team 1 year ago. There was more movement, more sharing of the basketball. They went deeper into the shot clock on almost every possession. And that made it harder for defenses to key in on any one individual.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. Doors when the light finally goes on for a young guy. So fun to watch. Younger players who've got all the talent and all the world right in front of them, but yet haven't put it all together just quite yet.
It's amazing to me how quickly we can give up on a young guy who maybe doesn't find success right out of the gate. But the reality is you have to remember, player development is the lifeblood of this league, maybe now more than ever with the current state of the salary cap. So a little patience as a fan base goes a long, long way.
Here is Lowry following the basket by Jaylen Brown. And it's Lowry penetrating to the paint. Here's Moss. He's off on that one. And the Celtics going the other way now. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Lowry looking around. No good with the layup.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
"13 feet away." And that one comes up a bit short. Raptors with the lead. Here's Welch. They get the rebound. Mobley off target at the rim. Boston's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Releases. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
This has been absolutely brutal. Missed every shot this quarter. He needs to keep his head up and keep working.
The second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
My fatty stretched like elastic. Yeah, bro, I gotta have one of survival tactics. I'm so I can't even feel my get out of place. We're gonna put you in your place.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Marcus Smart. How last month turned out for him: 9th in steals, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Jinx, he's guarded by Varejao. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I'll tell you have to appreciate the confidence of Marcus Smart. At point-blank range, he is an efficient scorer.
Al Varejao. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Here's Dupont. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
Now here is Varejao. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Mobley. There's the pass to Moss. 3 on the clock. Here's Forte. And Boston with the rebound.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Mobley with the rebound. And for the Raptors, they're shooting 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. The quick look, no good that time. The Celtics shooting down around 24%. Obviously, they've struggled. Passes it to Poole from outside the arc. Mobley with the rebound. One-on-one here. Here's Welch. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting fouls. And Greg, one of the stories that had started developing since last season was the talk of Kawhi Leonard wanting out. Too many soured relationships, it seemed.
And he was eventually moved after requesting a trade. Pop and the Spurs tried just about everything they could to convince him to stay. Probably the most drama for a team known for not having any drama.
First one falls for him. Well, you can't deny the amount of talent on this Raptors team, Doris. At times, they can simply overrun opponents.
You know what, Kevin? You do not end up in the top 5 for effective field goal percentage, both offensively and defensively, without talent. But obviously, when the Raptors get going and shots are falling, boy, they can compete with just about anyone.
He hits both from the stripe.
There's that accurate touch of his at the stripe. He is locked in.
Boston trailing. Here's Jinx. Here's Philemon. And the 3-ball is good.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Now here is Varejao. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Forte. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Raptors trail by 3. Pass to Welch. Takes the 13-footer. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. And here's Boston. They're on a 15-6 run. Jinx. He's guarded by Varejao. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Varejao. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Boston making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. You talked about what it takes to be a great head coach, Doris. Qualities that you think are paramount to the success, for instance, of an assistant coach.
Maybe the most important attribute to an assistant coach would be coaching with your heart and soul like it's your job on the line every night, not just the head coach's job. Right? If you pour your heart and soul into something and make that head coach's job easier, then you functioned appropriately. And the other thing it's allowed you to do is it's allowed you to accelerate your growth. You're constantly thinking, what would I do in this situation? That helps you in the long term.
Love that perspective. While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that have the most second chance points on the season. In fourth, the Celtics.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
To the paint, here's Forte. No good on the shot. Now Boston takes it the other way. Jinx, who's guarded by Varejao. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. And it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Welch. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Count it. Good. And it's 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Mobley misses.
Boy, the defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to.
Here's Jinx. And again, it's Boston converted.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And the Raptors call time here.
And to me, Marcus Morris, guys, has proven he's a critical piece. On the defensive end, he can guard either forward position. He can guard bigger guys because of his strength. And on the offensive end, he can go inside or out. He can come off the bench or be a starter. I love his game.
Danny Green, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard.
All right, a chance to see stats for Varejao. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging 9 points per game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
Now here's Gortat. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Inside, here's Mobley. To halt the run. Misses off the left iron. And last season, Morris was hurt for a spell, and the team missed his depth.
Right, Kevin, because Marcus Morris coming out of the summer was not 100% healthy. But as the year wore on, he became a matchup problem and an excellent defensive player.
And here are the Raptors now, following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Mobley. And again, no good by Toronto.
It's hard for them to cut into this lead when he's firing zeros. All period, he's been so cold.
Jinx, he's guarded by Varejao. 1:02 left in the first. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, Irving decisive on that drive, gets the foul because of the intensity, taking it to the rack.
Boston shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Well, we continue to be, to me, in the golden age of point guards in the NBA, and Kyrie Irving is right there with the best of them in that discussion.
Howard's checked in for Boston. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. And this Toronto team has started to depend on threes more often for their offense.
You're right, Kevin. They went from being near the bottom of the league in threes attempted to top 5 in attempts this past year. And a lot of that is the green light to shoot from the wings that they have. It's another dynamic to an already potent scoring machine.
Here's Stinson. Count that one.
And to me, it's never easy trying to guard Serge Ibaka. This guy is such a powerful player who is not afraid to mix it up.
Pass to Howard. Jinx, he's guarded by Varejao. Lets it fly. Toronto grabs the miss.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Raptors have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And the first one at the line is good. So both teams changing it up here. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Olsen. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And the Celtics lead by 13.
the fast release makes Gordon Hayward such a difficult check. If the defense is giving him any space, forget about it.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Boston Celtics. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back right after this. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from a place where, baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and, just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here, usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and I just believed in it.
Wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
You love that they're making the offense work, right? Making every single thing they try to do hard.
So for Toronto right now, Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Mobley in at the 5 spot.
Well, at 6'7", this is a forward, Jaylen Brown, who handles it well, cuts his way right through the defense.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season started with that horrific injury to Gordon Hayward's leg. Now, it's been a long road back for him, but he took heart in the encouragement he received, not just from his family, but from so many well-wishers. He said, you realize how lucky you are to have people from all over supporting you. Guys?
David, I think everyone is rooting for his complete recovery. Thanks for that report. Gortat with the rebound. Raptors trail by 15. Here's Moss. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 8.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Siakam far from the most skilled player on the floor, but Dorsey finds minutes through his hustle.
This guy has got one of the highest motors in the league. He can leak out in transition, finish in the open floor. I'll tell you, this is a jolt of caffeine in a power forward's body.
And the Celtics making a change here. Carl's checked in. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Celtics. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And checking out Toronto, just a few spots below there.
And for Boston, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And their job now is a simple one. Keep doing exactly what they've been doing and get themselves in the best position possible for the postseason.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And there's the pass to Welch. Here's Moss. The rebound by the Celtics. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. Outside Lowry. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
If you allow Kyle Lowry a head of steam, it is very difficult to stay in front of him. No stopping him on that drive.
Pass to Olsen. Unloads from 13. And it's Boston with another.
I think you've got to go over the screen on Gordon Hayward, because if you don't, he's going to pull the trigger quickly.
Pass to Welch. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Gortat misses.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
Now the pass to Welch. The 19-footer is on the money. He has 6.
Listen, Kev, this guy, one of the more reliable scorers in the league, night in and night out.
Jacobson now recovering. Passes it to Olsen. Pulls up on the elbow. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 4th rebound in this one.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
Pass to Gortat. Here's Moss. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Boston leading by 12. To the left wing. Here's Jacobson. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Look, Kev, it's great seeing Marcus Smart drain these perimeter jump shots. You know he's put in the time to let that offense become a natural part of his game.
Now here is Lowry. Pass to Moss. The 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists tonight. The Celtics have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. The pass to Olsen. Here's Carl. Hits the jumper in space. And the Celtics lead by 14.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Toronto calls timeout. And last year, the Celtics appearing in the Eastern Conference Finals for a 35th season.
Simply incredible, Kevin. The most in the East by far. The Sixers and Pistons are a distant second and third. And the way this front office has constructed this roster, expect that total to rise in the coming years.
Here to check out some stats on Gordon Hayward. The past month has been surreal. 3rd in 3-point shooting, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's the type of 3-point specialist that doesn't need a lot of shots to rack up points. That's why he's top 3 in percentage. Now here is Lowry. Passes it to Mobley. Here's Forte. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Pass to Olsen. Jacobson while recovering. Here's Carl. He can't get that one.
You know, despite his struggle shooting, they've been successful tonight. He's just not gotten on track.
Here's Welch. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Pass to Howard. Rebound by the Raptors. Mobley's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Welch. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
No clue how he got that one to fall. And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Al Horford. The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. And Greg, with Kawhi, started as a defensive stopper, but he now is so much more than that.
I mean, he's got a great outside shot, that pull-up jumper, the turnarounds in the post. He has the complete repertoire. You never would have thought he was only viewed as a defense guy once upon a time, but was already a fantastic player. But this is a guy that continues to just add to his game.
Boston with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Shot clock at 3. Here's Carl. That one a little long. Raptors trail by 6. From down in the low post, it goes. 13 points in the game.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Looking to get it going. More and more we're hearing the term positionless basketball, Doris, but it's not an entirely new concept. I remember Jerry West, for example, talking about it a couple decades ago.
Well, I think Jerry West talking about it is about there are certain guys historically who could play in any era. Jerry West would be there. Rick Barry would be another one. So certainly this has been a topic discussed in the past. I think why it's so important in today's day and age. The NBA has become a switch-heavy league, and that's on the defensive end. And therefore, teams like Boston and others are building their roster around guys who are switchable and versatile. It's become an almost necessity in today's NBA.
Great perspective.
Boy, what a storybook season for the Boston Celtics as they enter the championship conversation. The Celtics taking the Cavs to 7 games in the Eastern Conference Finals before ending in heartbreak. And to do it with one of the youngest rosters in the league, look out below, everybody.
And so he makes both from the line. And here's Varejao, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Releases from 15, and there are the Raptors with another bucket. And when we're talking about the Celtics young roster, Doris, we're talking 19, 20-year-olds playing major minutes.
Well, think about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and the accelerated growth from a season ago because of the important roles they had to play. Same thing with Terry Rozier. The remarkable piece was their ability to keep improving as the year wore on. One of the more amazing things we've seen.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, I'd like to see them mix it up a little bit. You've got to keep the opposition off balance.
And And let's take a look at the playmaking here. This chart with the assist totals split between the front court and the back court tonight for the Celtics.
And their guards are taking on the majority of the passing and assisting for the team, just as you might expect. The bigs doing their part by getting to good spots inside and making themselves available.
Jinx, he's guarded by Varejao. Here's Olsen. It's hauled in by the Raptors. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road.
Oh, efficient scoring in the post, just one of the reasons Valanciunas is out there.
Here's Coleman. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. There's the steal. Fast break, Toronto. Here's Forte. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Boy, that play developed just the way they wanted, and Valanciunas made sure they got the bucket. What a tremendous pass.
DuPont guarded by Valanciunas, and the turnover again by Boston. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's best defenses. The Raptors third.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Toronto's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Now the pass to Varejao. Here's Stinson, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
You simply cannot let Serge Ibaka get into a rhythm from that range. His mid-range is as good as it gets.
Passes it to Olsen. DuPont, guarded by Valanciunas, lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here is Varejao. To the paint, intercepted. And pushing it up, here's Boston. It's deflected.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Toronto's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. That one goes. Count it. 15 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Ooh, with a player this hot, I don't see their lead going anywhere.
Pass to Olsen. To the inside. Jinx scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Well, Irving has been in attack mode all night. This guy is comfortable from any spot on the floor.
Kicks it to Varejao. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Marcus Morris is checked in for Gordon Hayward. Lowry with the ball. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
Oh, just very good offensive execution. Couldn't have asked for a better shot.
Boston trailing. Jinx. He's guarded by Varejao. There's the pass to Poole. Pass to Coleman. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Coleman's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
Boy, how impressive is the quickness Jaylen Brown possesses. This guy sprints hard toward the cup on every drive.
Passes it to Gortat. Back to Varejao. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. 6 on the shot clock. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, that shot clock was close to 0, but Valanciunas stays cool and gets it done.
Valanciunas doesn't play a ton of minutes, Doris, but fans feel he should be playing more.
Well, there's certainly a lot to like about Valanciunas' game. And how about last season? Because the NBA is changing, he can now step beyond the three-point arc and make those shots consistently. That will elevate his position and standing.
Trains it from beyond the arc. And now a 5-point Raptor lead.
Guys, listen, the defense was totally invisible on that three-point attempt. Nobody even in his zip code.
Here's Coleman. While recovering. There's 49 seconds left here in the second. Jinx, guarded by Valanciunas. Here's Jinx. That one misses. So the Raptors will take it the other way.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Here's Stinson. Again, Toronto.
That's one of his specialties, just squaring up from medium range.
You know, Greg, what a luxury to have a guy with size who can make that shot.
19 seconds left to play here in the half. Fast break Toronto. Here's Lowry. Makes it off the glass. Lowry's got 8 points.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
Here's Coleman. They need this.
I'll tell you, his anticipation, one of the things that sets Kyle Lowry apart on the defensive end. He read that play the entire way, Kevin.
And so it's Toronto in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 7 rebounds. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
Welcome back, everyone. There's State Station. That's where you get off the tee if you're going to go visit the old State House here in Boston. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.